Good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, figuratively, completely does not work. It is hump day, and it is a great day because today the Cowboys get some money, $10 million, because Lyle Collins is no longer with the team, being a post-June 1st cut, and they will be getting that on the books. I guess it'll be after 4 o'clock today or midnight tonight, sometime tonight. And today, of course, the team is on the field. Of course, we'll see some highlights, some clips. We'll get the oohs, the ahs. Like last week, we heard about Marquez Bell picking off Cooper Rush on the goal line and going 94 yards for a score in practice. Not a game. We talk about practice. And today we're hearing, of course, that Semi is actually going to be inserted in the starting lineup. And the great thing about this is it seems like there are very few players that ultimately are designated the starter. That it seems like we're actually having competition for guys to have a role. There's an equal opportunity. And, I know people look at some guys and say, oh, well, this guy doesn't have a chance, and this one and that one and so on. But, you look at Semi, who clicked with Dak last year in training camp, and, where this was the beginning of Dak Prescott beginning to talk to, the rookies and things like that, and, said things, are you ready to roll? The great thing is having Dak back this year to be able to fully be part of OTAs and training camp and everything else, to work with these guys and to start getting a repertoire of working together, and getting a guy like Semi could end up breaking out and becoming a great wide receiver. You just don't go by what you had as far as reputation in college, because if that were the case, that would mean Jalen Reagor should be great right now. And right now, Philly 500 would take a potted meat sandwich with some mustard for a trade for Reagor, first round pick, and he's a stiff. So the great thing for the Cowboys is you look across the board where guys are gaining weight, and Semi is another one of those guys who put on a little extra weight, not fat like me. I put on extra weight, and we know exactly what it is. It's fat. It's all the damn wings and pulled pork on. These guys have been putting on muscle and looking like they're ready to wage war. So be it a Dorrance Armstrong who drops 20 pounds more, he puts on 20 pounds more of muscle, or a Neville Gallimore that puts on 16 pounds and says that it doesn't slow him down. These guys are really and truly getting in shape and getting opportunities to carve out their niche to be part of the Dallas Cowboys. And I really and truly like that, because to me there's nothing worse than when you say, well, this guy is a starter automatically. They have a tendency, when I know that I'm the guy, I don't have to work that hard to earn that spot. And see, a guy like Semi, he's going to go all out because he's trying to earn that nod. And there is opportunity for guys out there. Jalen Tolbert, same thing. And Semi, it's sending a message to the young guys that, yeah, we know we spent a lot of draft stock on you, but we're not just going to hand it to you. You've got to earn it. And I absolutely, positively love that. And here's the thing that I kind of have to throw a dig at the Eagles, because we know you Eagles are always up in here. I find it amazing, and you have to understand that I'm old school, which means old. When I think about how much practice we used to do, okay? I'm going by JMU soon. I remember spring football alone, okay? We got t-shirts, spring brawl, because that's what it was like. It was literally like fights. And I hit for 20, which was 20 practices. And when I say practices, they were padded practices that were live. So here it is. We only have 10 days of OTAs, including minicamp and stuff, right? Cowboys only get 9 because they lost one because they were too physical. They got too physical last year. So the NFL said, we're going to take one of those away from them. Cowboys, they want to be out on the field. They love to practice. And see, this is the opportunity to start feeling out these players and start determining who is the dogs, who are the guys that are going to go ahead and be able to play, and to insert a lot of your offense. So you want to use all of these practices, unless you're the Eagles. And the Eagles, I'm sorry, but it sounds like you guys are scared little biatches. You guys are only going to have 6 OTAs and no minicamp because, as they put it, they're worried about guys getting injured. These practices are not padded practices. These practices aren't live practices. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm old school. Y'all sound like a bunch of namby-pambies. I guess that's how it is, namby-pambies. A little scared, like I said, biatches. You're telling me you can't be OTAs in helmet, no pads? You're worried about injuries from that? After what we used to have to go through? 2 days with a special team practice in between? Fully live? And you can't go through an OTA? Man, it's just crazy. I'm sorry, it's just crazy. But I look for some of these guys you don't expect, because there's always a couple of guys that come out of right field that you don't expect to do anything.
Right.
Huh? You said right?
Field? I think it's left field.
I think you come out of right field too.
You pointed to the left.
Right field, left field, but it's reversed on the camera. It's opposite. Either way. Look. Somebody that you don't expect will become a baller. Let me give you a great case in point. Little old Dak Prescott started out as a 4th-string quarterback. Was it Jamil Showers that they turned into a D-back that was ahead of him? Am I right on that one? Dak was the 4th-string quarterback. Besides me, who else thought that Dak Prescott would end up turning into a franchise quarterback, getting $40 million a year? I didn't know about getting $40 million a year, but I said he was a perfect quarterback for the Cowboys. But he started out at 4th string, moved up to 3rd, then Kellen Moore got hurt, so got up to 2nd, then Tony Romo got hurt, he became the starter, and hasn't relinquished it yet. So, when you think about having to sign guys that are already stars, they're not stars until they become stars. And there's guys on this team, on this roster right now, that you aren't thinking much about that are going to be important to this year's team and will come out of nowhere to make a name for themselves. That's what I got for you. Can't wait to hear some news on OTAs. I'm Mark Holmes. I guess Philly 500, we're not going to have much talking about for OTAs and no mini camp. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.